Hey friends, this is going to be another quick one, and I want to say that right away. I was planning to, not planning, but I told MM360 I would try to show some English progressive rock today. I'm not going to be able to. Got rehearsal again. We have a show tomorrow night, and so I have no time, and I'll get to that when I can soon. I wanted to just go ahead and make a quick drop in. Hello, I'm exhausted, and this is one of the hard parts about still being a working musician at my age, and working full time. It's exhausting. Balancing the two is really hard. I just really don't sleep well anyway, but even worse when I play because I get a natural high off of it. And I just think things over and over and over and over again, and it's just my nature. So I'm very tired. But I wanted to show you some records that came in. I haven't had a chance to absorb them all, so you'll hear about them again. The first one I have listened to digitally, but I finally got my regular copy of it, and I could not afford the special edition. I finally got the Opeth in Heritage. This is their new one, and I like it. I don't really like it, but I like where it's headed. And in my opinion, the band chilling out and going straight prog will work, but it's going to take another album or two for them to get it to hit their stride. In my honest opinion, they pulled back just a little. This is just my opinion as a fan. I kind of feel like Michael really pulled way back between the last album and this one, and it's a shock to the system to longtime fans. There is no growling, there is no death vocals. It's quite laid back, and the drummer plays very jazzy for the most part. Martin Axelrod, how you say his name. Great drummer. Great. I will also say this. I do not care for Michael Ackerfeldt's singing voice. I don't. But I love his riffs. Man, he can write some cool ass riffs, if you ask me, and I love to learn them. It's one of the things I like about Opeth, though, is I love playing along. You can't even hear it. This is the second track. It's great. So that finally came in. If anyone has the lenticular version, the limited edition, please, would you show it? So I look forward to spinning this all the way through on vinyl. There is a difference in listening to records on digital and on vinyl, and I just love the experience of playing the record. This sounds great, and Michael has a good voice. I think his voice is still maturing, in my opinion. Okay, the first records when he sang on, oh my God, horrid. Those first records, just in my opinion, his singing, when he would go sharp or flat, it was like, aye. Okay, this just came in the mail. This is a reissue. It's not on the original Pills label, but it was, and I still like the fact that it's on there. This is Sot by MTD. Now, I've only cursorily played some of this, and I want to tell you something. First off, Chris Astral Traveler showed this. I hadn't seen this record in a record store for ages, except Second Spin when Glowing Cabbage, Double Cabbage went up to Second Spin and was flipping through. I saw a copy of this in one of the bins. Contacted Chris about maybe trying to do a deal, but it didn't work out, and that's fine. I just went ahead and ordered this. Now, I've always wanted this album, but I'd never heard it. Never heard it until today. Always wanted it completely based on the label and the graphics. Okay? So when I put this album on, the first track was very disappointing. And because of that first track, that is why this is not more widely regarded as a space rock masterpiece. Because if you get past that first track, it's on. After the first track, this settles into space rock big time. It's another example where they should have just told the young lady, baby, don't Don't sing, girl. Don't. No. Go sit your ass down and maybe play some vibes or something, you know. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm just being silly. You know what I'm saying? The vocals don't help at all, in my opinion. But I've said it several times now in recent videos. Quite a few of the prog albums, I think the vocals are just are the low point, which is why I love Peter Gabriel era Genesis so much, because his voice was so magnificent and amazing, as well as Soft Machine, Robert Wyatt's voice. Amazing voice, okay? So, my initial impression of this, hearing this album for the first time after looking at it for 30 plus years, this came out sometime in the 70s. I don't have my glasses available. It's a winner. It's a winner. If you happen to pick this up, remember what I said about the first track. Some of you might like the first track, but it is definitely the weakest thing on here. Two more. Finally got a copy on vinyl. It's used and slightly beat, but the price was right. Slow Dazzle, John Cale. I love the song Mr. Wilson. The rest of this album is good too, but I especially love the first track, Mr. Wilson. Love it, love it, love it. Classic, classic song. And talk about somebody getting the essence of Brian Wilson in the song, especially at the end. California is fine. Oh, man. John Cale is a badass cat. And at the sake of starting an argument, he is the only reason why Velvet Underground should be remembered as something special, not fucking Lou Reed. Slow Dazzle. Killer. And I never owned this on vinyl. When I saw that it had been reissued on a 180 gram vinyl, grabbed it. This is a fantastic, low-key, but again, it's one of those kind of records, like I was talking about how I listen. If you just let it happen and you interact with it, after a while you're sucked in, and this is beautiful. Ruth is Stranger Than Richard, Robert Wyatt. Just magnificent. Even the goofy Soup song, where they kind of do a sort of a pastiche on the blues, you know, that's what it sounds like. They're goofing, so I can handle it until they get to the next good song. And this also comes with it's nice, rather than giving you MP3, they give you a whole CD, which is fantastic. Now I already have this on CD, but it's a different version, so I'm keeping both. Here's the inside. I highly recommend Robert Wyatt for folks that are trying to find out about exceptional artists, or at least ways from the point of view that I'm coming from. What, if you follow what I've been listening to, which is pretty eclectic, but at the same time you can get a feel where I'm not much of a classic rocker, not much of a blueser, not much of an R&B or hip hopper. We definitely have our experts on that here in the vinyl community, and you want to refer to those folks for finding classics of those genres. I'm not the one. But for what I like to listen to, slightly cerebral, maybe mysterious, or just off the beaten path, get this record, Robert Wyatt. Ruth is Stranger Than Richard. And just let it do its thing on you. Let it do its thing. I got to get ready for practice here, but I'm kind of looking around to see if there's anything else that I can just pull right quick to show. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go reach over here and just grab some records indiscriminately and show. And there may be some honkers, and I'm just going to just let it be known that not all my records are incredible. Hopefully I haven't shown any of these already. Okay. Oh. Kenix, you're going to love this. Look what I pulled. My Zeppelin. See, I'm regular. I just don't have a lot of this. And mostly what I have is, I have a lot of this stuff because I'm very well aware of the history of rock music and the foundation recordings of rock music. And I want to have a lot of those in my collection. I can't have them all. So I have Led Zeppelin. See? When's the last time I played this? Fuck, I don't know. But I have played this year. I played Led Zeppelin 1. I have Led Zeppelin 2. I don't know the last time I played this, okay? I just pulled a few things. What else was here? Ronnie Laws, okay? So see, I got R&B. I'm representing, you know what I'm saying? But this is not where I'm usually wanting to be, you know? But I have this music, and I know it, and I love it. And it is part of me. But this is not where I want to be. Speaking of, this next record is going to go. No, not this one. No, I'm sorry. I saw that it was CTI Sea-Wind. I got a CTI Sea-Wind that I think is just trash. I love the CTI label, and that's why I'm holding on to it now. But I think Sea-Wind is crap. Probably want to get rid of it. But here's some Hubert Laws. The San Francisco concert. Now, I love Hubert Laws, and he's got some particular albums that I love. I was able to pick up a bunch of Hubert Laws cheaply, and some were given to me. So I'm going to be honest. I have not listened to this album. I put the needle on it. I don't know what this one sounds like. Okay? It's just the truth. I need to get to it. This one I've listened to. And this is good. I'm going to pop this out because this is another example of the beautiful artwork of CTI records. Oh, what? Now see, that's another thing. I get these little surprises because I have so many records. Many of these records haven't been opened for years. This is one. Hubert Laws, The Rite of Spring. But this is awesome. This is great. What he does with this music is really excellent. Love the cover too. So there you go. I just thought I'd grab some records and look what I pulled. I pulled my Zeppelin. VC. I forget who the young man was who was suggesting that we all end our videos with that. It's not going to happen. I like the idea, but I don't like rules. I mean, you know what I mean? I like them and I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm partially Irish, you know. I mean, really. Stephanie, we're partially Irish, so we got that stubborn streakiness. Hopefully later tonight, if I'm not too worn out, what I want to do is I want to put together a slideshow and present and let you hear another Indrima song. Because like I say, Nick and I recorded a whole album of Indrima material last year. We have not had the time to pursue doggedly a record company putting it out. I think if we doggedly did it, we'd get it done. But anyway, I'd like you to hear another track. So hopefully later tonight I will post a slideshow with the song.